Good morning. Here is today's word of blessings for you. Mark 9:2-8. After 6 days Jesus took Peter, James and John with him and led them up a high mountain, where they were all alone. There he was transfigured before them. His clothes became dazzling white, whiter than anyone in the world could bleach them. And there appeared before them Elijah and Moses, who were talking with Jesus. Peter said to Jesus, "Rabbi, it is good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses and one for Elijah." He did not know what to say, they were so frightened. Then a cloud appeared and covered them, and a voice came from the cloud, "This is my son, whom I love. Listen to him." Suddenly, when they looked around, they no longer saw anyone with them except Jesus. Today's title is The Lord Glorious. Jesus confirmed the faith of disciples when Peter confessed to Jesus, "You are Messiah, the Son of the living God." Immediately after that, he began to talk about the greater and ultimate suffering of death that is to come. Disciples initially couldn't accept it. How could the Son of the living God die like a criminal? How could that have anything to do with our salvation? That's nonsense. Those were the common sentiments shared by all the disciples. The disciples couldn't understand it. Nor would they accept it even if it is the will of God. I believe that was why Jesus decided to unveil himself, revealing his heavenly identity as the glorious Son of the living God. The disciples should know that the sufferings of the Lord were not because of any weaknesses in him but despite his purity and glory. The Lord wanted them to keep the glorious sight so that all the questions and doubts would turn into even greater joy and deeper faith in time. Overwhelmed by the glorious sight, Peter said to Jesus, "Rabbi, it is good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." I think I can understand Peter's mind when he said that. Why go through suffering when we already have reached the glory we want? But did Peter hear what Jesus talked with Moses and Elijah? I am sure he didn't, for he was so frightened with the unearthly climactic scene of redemptive history. So what did they talk about? Luke searched for more details of the conversations between them, as he often did as a historian, and wrote. Luke 9:30-31 says, 2 men, Moses and Elijah, appeared in glorious splendor, talking with Jesus. They spoke about his departure, which he was about to bring to fulfillment at Jerusalem. Not only Jesus appeared glorious, not also Moses and Elijah also appeared in glorious splendor. But what they talked about was the departure, in other words, the death of Jesus Christ in Jerusalem. Why with Moses and Elijah? That's a mystery. But I am sure that they knew something that Peter didn't at the time. Moses and Elijah knew that there is no salvation without sufferings. They knew that without the shedding of blood there is no forgiveness, Hebrews 9:22. They themselves experienced such mystery through their ministry on earth. They knew that Jesus will finish the great redemptive panorama with his sacrifice. They knew only Jesus, the Son of the living God, could do it with the crucifixion. Sad but glorious and gracious, isn't it? Oh, what a glorious mystery. Oh, what a gracious Lord. Do you think Peter would still want to be there forever at the glorious mountain? No, he wouldn't, for he now came to know the great mystery of crucifixion, perhaps dressed in glorious splendor like Moses and Elijah. Amen.